Hey, good morning and good evening. I'm gonna try to do this so I'm always I'm gonna relax here and talk to you. Alrighty, just from the cuff or off the cuff anyway. I watch a lot of YouTube channels and I get perspectives from a lot of different ones, and I had a very strong interest in the Philippines as possibly even a retirement destination. As I've said before, and I met somebody, and as all this stuff unfolds and different people's opinions is really just baffling me, because I don't think that Filipino women realize what kind of a good American man, what he would expect from the relationship or what he would want. And what I'm hearing is just so it's so opposite of just what a good marriage or one that would even work for a lifetime, what is expected and what is usually done in that relationship. What I'm hearing and what I heard just today was I think it was on another person's channel, and it sounded almost like he was advocating for, the Filipina, because of her financial circumstances, to have multiple partners, since it's just on the phone. And I guess that would be okay. But when there's monies being sent back and forth, and she says, you're number one, you're like number one, and they're up to number 10, whatever goals that you may have, if the reason why they don't say that to us is because we probably wouldn't want to be party to it, just to be honest with you. And they either have to know that already, and then so they avoid letting you know that. See, and that's what's so disturbing, is because they know going into it when they meet you that you're just going to be another, good-hearted person that's going to fill something up for them. And I don't care if it's cups that there's, you put your finger around a cup to make a different noise, and each one is at a different volume. This guy gives more money than that guy, and that's how you're measured. That is I am like literally floored that that somebody was actually just saying that that's their situation or their circumstances, because it's so, I guess I just didn't expect it. You see that here in the United States. We've seen, talked about, it was even on the news. There's people that try to even dress like they're poor, and they're getting in Bentleys, which would discourage the good-hearted ones. Now, my mother always said, give anyway. That's the kind of mother I had. Give it to them anyway, even though you know that they're lying or they're cheating. But see, I wouldn't think that anybody that would knowingly just, provide to somebody that's in another country like that, just because they know them and that they love you, and then they love him, and then they love him, and even after you were in a relationship, if that income was kind of nice, they might not let go of that because that's just friends, or it's just, whatever. But what happens if that person said, I'm going to be in your country, and these were year-long friends. Would you be okay if that was your woman or your wife, to have her just go meet him at the airport, and, because she feels compelled or obligated to, you know, do something because he's been supporting her for many years? See, and that's the kind of language that I'm hearing and people talking about that, and I am just like twisted, like in my mind, I'm like, how do they do that? That, to be honest with you, it's that kind of just little types of deceptions like that in the United States, and maybe even in other countries, I don't know, not in yours, but if it were, you're just separated, all of you. I think that constitutes like divorcing somebody. If you don't know what your man's doing or your wife, and then they're always on your heels, I'm told they're very jealous people, the women, and they don't want anyone to take you from them. But they could have a closet full of cell phones, and Americans and Australians and other people from all over the world that are just feeding load to those phones, and then they have a little business, and you're thinking they're selling Avon or makeup or fish or whatever they're doing, and they're really just selling load to people that are even less fortunate than them. And then for you not to know that, just to walk in on that or realize that at any one time. I'm sorry if my hands are big. I'm a massage therapist. My